Do you get tensed when you come across the word tense? If so, then you are at the right place because in this session you'll know all the basics and fundamentals of tenses in English grammar that everyone must know for clear and better understanding of the topic. Hey everyone, I'm Dr. Madhuri and you are watching Learn English program. Before we get into the lesson, let's have an overview of it so that you know what you're dealing with. In this lesson, you'll know about tense, time, and aspect in English grammar. The understanding of the concept of time and aspect in the context of tenses in English will make it easier for you to learn all the tenses in English. At the same time, it will clear all your doubts if you are confused about the use of simple, continuous or perfect tenses, or if you want to know how many verb forms there are in English. So, stay tuned to learn English tenses in an interesting way. Well, what does tense mean? Tense in English grammar is the form of a verb that indicates time and state of an action or event. To make it simpler for you, we can say tense, that's a verb form, shows two things. First, the time of an action, and second, its degree of completeness or state of the action. Just to make it simpler, we can say tenses in English are made up of two things on the basis of the function. First, time, and second, aspect. Time denotes when, aspect denotes how. Time and aspect combine together to make tenses in English. That we will study further in this lesson in detail. But now let's take up some examples to see verb forms. To understand the meaning of tense practically, let's look at these three sentences. Shania plays the guitar. Shania played the guitar. Shania will play the guitar. Do you find any difference among these three sentences? Just have a look and notice the difference. Obviously, the form of the verb is different and rest of the parts of these sentences are the same. These sentences have a common subject, a common object, and even a common verb. But the form of the verb is differently used. And it's this verb form that decides which tense has been used in a particular sentence. And of course, thereby referring to time and status of the action. Can you recognize these three verb forms? Okay, just check it out. Let's go back to the point where we learned that tenses in English are made up of time and aspect. Time is a universal concept and it has three divisions: past, present, and future. Just have a look on this timeline. It's a useful tool to understand tenses in English because tenses are used to talk or write about different times like before, now, and later. There are past, present, and future. Now let's see what is aspect. Aspect indicates the state of an action, or to be more specific, we can say aspect tells about the degree of completeness of an action. It describes how an action happens, unfolds, or extends over time. Let me explain it in simpler terms. Aspect refers to the actions that are stable, in progress, already complete, or expecting an outcome. On the basis of these functions, there are four aspects in English grammar. First, simple. Second, continuous or progressive. Third, perfect. And the fourth one is the combination of third and second. It's perfect continuous. So, there are 3 times and 4 aspects that are combined together to make 12 tenses in English. Have a look on this table. The past time and the simple aspect make the past simple tense. Then the past time and the continuous aspect make the past continuous tense. In the same way, the past perfect and the past perfect continuous tenses are formed. The present time and the simple aspect combine to make the present simple tense. Likewise, the present time and the continuous aspect make the present continuous tense, also known as present progressive tense. Further, we have the present perfect and the present perfect continuous. In the same way, we can make future tenses with the future time combined with these 4 aspects. Here you can pause the video if you want more time to look at the table. Now you know there are 12 tenses in English and how they are formed by combining 3 times and 4 aspects. It's essential to have some kind of understanding of these 4 aspects now. The simple aspect. It could be past simple, the present simple, or the future simple. The main idea is that it's for regular repeated actions, or it can refer to one single action. For example, I go to college daily by bus. In this sentence, the action is repeated and regular. Let's take up another example to see how simple aspect refers to single action. I went to Delhi. I will go with you. In the first sentence, there is a single action which happened in the past, and in the second, a single action which will take place in future. So, the simple aspect is used to show something which is a simple, complete action. The continuous aspect is used to indicate the things in the middle of an action and the things which are incomplete and ongoing. It also refers to the things which are happening at the moment of speaking. The continuous form is used to indicate or talk of one moment in time. It may be the past, the present, or the future times. For example, you are studying English tenses. Here, you are in the middle of the action. This action is ongoing and it's incomplete. Another example, she was telling me an interesting story. Here, the speaker is talking about that one moment in time and the action is incomplete. So, the use of continuous aspect. The perfect aspect indicates that an action is complete or leading towards an outcome. Let's take up an example. I have submitted the assignment. We notice the finished or completed action in this aspect. The perfect aspect connects 2 points of time or 2 different actions. It focuses on bridging 2 times together and connecting events between one time and another, often through relevancy. For example, I had never tried this soup before. In this sentence, we have 2 points of time. Let's take up another example. He had not finished his meal when his friends started to leave. Here, the perfect form connects 2 different actions and 2 different points in time. The perfect aspect is formed with have plus the past participle form of the main verb. Again, the auxiliary verb is the one that changes tense and indicates whether an action is completed. The perfect continuous combines the previous 2 aspects. It indicates an ongoing action that's almost complete or leading towards an outcome. For example, I had been walking through the forest for hours before I realized I was lost. It refers to the continuous action which takes place or is in the middle of taking place before another action that's in the middle of period of time. We don't know if we are finished here, or maybe we are finished with the action, or maybe not. The emphasis is on duration with the perfect continuous, not on the action. A lot of people get confused between the continuous and the perfect continuous. Remember, we use continuous if it may be past, present, or future if we are in the middle of an action. However, we use the perfect continuous if you are in the middle of a period of time and the action is incomplete and going on at one point of time. Do you know there are only two tenses in English, past and present? There is no future verb form. Future time can be expressed by using various verb forms by adding will or shall to the first form of the verb, or it can be expressed by using the structure of be plus going to. There is no future tense in English. Isn't it surprising? Wanna know why and how? Stay tuned for the next lesson. Thank you for watching. Happy learning.